And this will be part 2 of the building. I picked up this door for 30 bucks. Never been used. It's got glass in it. It ain't what I want. You know, doing this without plans, I've been changing my mind so much. But I'll put a couple nice sets of locks on it, and some slats, some flat metal slats on the back of that window where you can't get in there. Bolted to the door, so I ain't worried about that security part of it. Put some bungee cords on it. Anyway, it's this little bit of lumber you see right here, not counting the door. That's 450 bucks. It's not cheap. I got me a little window too. I was gonna go for no windows, but I have to have something to let some fresh air in. But get ready to throw my last 3 floor joists in. Plywood, maybe get a couple walls up today. I'll be back. I always, on my floors, after I block it, I throw me a little extra support in there. Don't have to have it, but it makes for a good, solid, you know, floor. I mean, it's just a simple piece of block, you know, right on the ground. And on this floor here, it's a simple setup because it's 12 by 16, so it's 2 sheets of plywood wide for the 16, and then 3 sheets deep for the, you know, 3 times 4 is 12. So it's only 1 cut in the plywood in this thing if it's laid out right. And that's, you cut 1 sheet in half, 4 foot, and it'll lay all out. So you got 1 cut and you know, 6 boards here. And so, which is pretty good. It saves you a lot of time. I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. Always put your little subfloor glue down. Helps everything stay nice and tight. And see, that was simple. 1 cut. Cut 1 sheet in half, 1 cut. Now that's just for 12 by 16. So there's the floor. Good, solid. Ain't giving nowhere. Good, solid floor. That's the way East Coast Prepper does it. Okay, we're about to begin the walls. Here we go. Always make sure you check your length, because these things are longer than what they say. If it says 16 foot, it's always about 3/4 or so over. If I had power, I could cut it. You do your top and bottom plate, and you cut them exactly the same. You always gotta have somebody hold the dumb end. See, like this one, it was 1/2 inch too long. So make sure you get your cuts exactly right. Okay, top and bottom plate. You want to lay both of these off at the same time and put your X where your 2x4 is going to mount. I mean, get nailed, mount. If you're doing both at the same time, you can't be wrong. I got them laid off on 16-inch centers. My camera guy hopes getting this right. I'm going to have to hire me a new camera guy. I might get a girl next time. There you go. There's your back wall. Ain't nothing in the back wall. Okay, got the back wall laid off. There's nothing in the back wall. No windows, no doors, no nothing. So I'm going to put this back wall together and stick it up. So I got it laid off. And I've already nailed this side. You're gonna nail the top plate on up there. I always put my plywood, my tie vac, house wrap, or whatever you're gonna put on it on there, and then just stand the wall up. Just make sure it's plumb. Bam, bam. You're done with it. You can get in them and put your siding or whatever you're doing. This is getting vinyl siding, like my house there. It's gonna have the same architect roof and all that on it, just like the house. Maybe it's a little more than you would want to do if you're on a budget, but my wife's kind of picky, so gotta please her too. But I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, when you cut your first, when you put your first piece on, get your bottom corner dead right, top and bottom, and put a nail in it, like this right here. You know, I got it dead right, so put a nail in it. And then come over here to this other side and pull it down dead even. Put your nail in it and then follow through and put them on each stud. I always keep one in the middle too, just for shits and giggles. Alright, now you see how the sideboard's sticking up? You come over here and you pull this thing flush on this end, and you get that dead even right there, and your wall stays square. So see, and then you come down to the side, just push your stud in where it's even, and I'm doing this with one hand so you'll know. Then you just nail your stud down. And see, it's all square, and it won't. But then now it's square, so works out pretty good like that. Okay, got my first piece on, square it up, breaking perfect on my stud like it's supposed to. Going to install the second piece. And see, breaking like it's supposed to. And she'll work out all the way to the end, 4 whole pieces. I always put, like on 16 foot, I'll probably put 3, but put a block at the back. It ain't gotta be straight, as long as it's flush. That'll give you something to keep your wall at the edge. And you do that, you know, once in the middle, once in the middle. And that'll keep you from your block getting kicked out at the end. And so that'll keep your wall at the bottom tight. You ain't got to chalk no line and hold it or nothing. You just want to keep it flush and keep kicking it. Easy way to do it. And on the sides, give me a whole 2x4. And on the side of it, I'm going to tie back it first. Or house wrap it, whatever you want to call it in your area. But you put a whole 2x4 on the side. And if you get it right, you can nail that 2x4, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, got my plywood on, got my tie back on, house wrap, whatever you want to call it. Let the overhang go down, fold it back up so I can let it hang down the side, cover all that wood up. This is the first wall. Alright, you got the wall standing, you slide it to these posts, just make sure you get your sides even. I'll get my hammer and we'll get it nailed up. Okay, got my floor done. My wall complete other than the siding on the outside. But it's got all the plywood, the studs, the tie back. After I get it all now, I'll pull them blocks off. It's gonna be a right good sized building. And back here I'll clean all this up and put gravel and make a place to park, you know, whatever I want to put around here. But if you do it all at one time, you ain't got to worry about climbing up there and doing all that stuff from the ladder. It's all from the ground. And let's see how old East Coast Prepper gets it level. Bam. There it is. Coming along every day. I'll have it framed in tomorrow.